Welcome to the pain. Welcome to our monthly net worth tracker, where we admit how terribly we went back into debt. Into more debt. But hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Win.
And we are trying to find some sort of financial stability for ourselves and Win's 3 kids, doing that one paycheck at a time. And the past few pay periods have been rather rough. We just bought a house. We moved in and we got into a bunch of debt and spent a bunch of money. So let's get right into the numbers. Okay, so this is the net worth tracker, comes from the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck workbook. We got the printable version. Probably use this until the PDF stops working or something. I don't know. I'm not the kind of person to keep buying the new version when this version works just fine. So the date of this review is May 31st of 2025. You will not see this on May 31st because we're going to go to bed directly after recording this video. But just so you know, that is at the point at which the numbers are accurate. Last month's net worth was $119,480. And let's see how much worse it got. Okay, so his checking has $4,843. His saving has $18,529. My checking has $440. And my saving has $17,122. My CD, my certificate of deposit, is $22,975. And then clown repellent and earnings Hemingway. These are normally our two things that are in cash. Clown repellent is saved for emotional regulation tools, and earnings Hemingway is saved for Halloween decorations. However, we packed these at the end of last month and have not unpacked them or found them yet. So we're just going to go with what it was last month because we haven't added anything to them since then. We have cash to add to them, but we just haven't done so.
We are still feeding Earnings Hemingway.
Yes, we are feeding the piggy. We just can't find him right now. So clown repellent has $34 and earnings Hemingway has $24. And let us see how much that adds up to. So we have 4843 plus 18,529 plus 440 plus 17,122 plus 22,975 plus 34 plus 24. So $63,967. That is a bit lower than last month, but not terrible. And then we go down to our oh, you know what? I didn't explicitly say what we're doing here. So, if you didn't know, net worth is what you own minus what you owe, or assets minus liabilities. And now we are going to our assets that cannot easily or quickly be pulled out. So house value is the first one. And our house is currently valued at $555,000. Employer retirement is $14,301. My IRA, which is a personal retirement account, is at $39,852. My brokerage account is at $47,24. And then my car is valued at $33,855. So let's add all those up. we have 555,000 plus 14,301, 39,852, 4724, 33,855. So that is 647,732, which is a real big number. A real big number. 647,732. And then we add that to the cash amount. So plus 63,967 equals $711,699.
That sounds like so much.
Yeah, that's a lot of assets.
Give it a minute.
Yep, we'll see about the liabilities. It's gonna be wild. Okay, so first we're gonna start with the nice things, right? Personal loan is paid. That's always good to hear. Chase Credit is paid. Navy Federal Credit Union credit card is paid. And then Capital One credit card is $5,765. And then for student loans, Trunchbull is paid.
Oh, yeah.
Pain is $10,116. Panic is $21,225. Scar is $5,958, and then Frollo is $5,531. And then B&D Collections is paid.
Yeah, it is.
That's nice. That's nice. S&M Collections is $1,200. And then legal debt is paid.
Just real quick, that may seem like such a small amount. The reason we're not paying that off is because I made a very nice arrangement that avoids any interest. So there's no benefit to paying that off sooner. We're just keeping to the promise, $50 a month until it's gone.
Yep. Now comes the rough part. The rough part. We will do like a full debt confession video at the end of the summer once we know for sure what all our debt is going to be. But y'all, the pain has begun. The pain has begun. Okay. So, security system debt is $1,894. This is interest-free for 5 years. Flooring is $46.35, and that is interest-free for 12 months. Appliances, $47.19, and that is interest-free for 2 years, so 24 months. And then waterproofing is currently $54.91. It will be $28,000, but this is the initial payment that got put on the loan. So it's gonna go up, but they're not actually installing until June. What is it? June 18th or something is the first date? Yeah. So that's when they're going to start installing it. So that is when the rest of the charges are going to start showing up. And then mortgage, the big boy here, is $566,932, which, if you notice, is more than the house value. And that is because we financed some of our closing costs. So, yay! So let us add up what all these liabilities are, y'all. Let's bring on the pain. Okay.
Can I read them?
Sure.
All right. So from the top, Capital One credit, 5765.
Please don't read out like what it's called, just the numbers.
Okay.
Please.
10116, 21225, 5958, 5531, 1200, 1894 4635 4719 5491 566 932.
Okay, so our total liabilities, our total debts, what we owe, $633,466. So our net worth has taken a dive. Okay, so let's see here. So what we own minus what we owe, we have $711,699 minus $633,466. So 78,233. So $78,233 is our new net worth for this month. It took a drop. It took a drop. Okay. So let us see what the change is. So last month was $119,480. And then we subtract the 78,233. So our net worth went down
By a salary.
$41,247. And then we divide that by what last month's was. So 119,480. So our net worth went down 34%? 34 good grief. 34.52%. Ouch.
That was not choreographed.
Yeah. That hurts. That hurts a lot.
Now, an argument can be made that some of the things that we have invested in with flooring and appliances and waterproofing, that once all that's done, that the house value goes up. But the only way to prove that is to pay an exorbitant amount of money. And the only outcome of that is to likely increase our property taxes.
Yes.
So we're going to not do that, at least not for a good long while.
Correct.
We're just gonna go along with it, pay what we owe, and not accidentally cost ourselves more extra money.
Correct. So we are going to move forward with the house value at $555,000 until we get our tax statement. And then every year we will just change the house value based on the tax statement. We're not gonna do anything complicated with looking at different houses that are selling in the neighborhood or anything. That's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the appraised amount, which was $555,000, and then going forward we will go with what our property taxes say that the house is worth. But yes, in theory, the things that we are currently doing to the house will increase the value as far as what it would sell for. But that really doesn't matter unless we're selling the house. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just gonna go off of what other people have said the house is worth. But y'all, it hurts. It hurts.
There's a lot going on.
Yep.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yep. On the bright side, what
have we said about that?
Yeah.
No, I could use some silver lining.
Okay. On the bright side, security, flooring, and appliances will be paid off within a few years. So we're going to start to see things being paid off again. But but yeah, it's gonna take a while for us to recover from this.
But all this was only even possible because we have been keeping track of our spending and our savings.
Oh, doorbell's ringing. So I don't actually know where we were. Neighbors ring our doorbell. But when it comes down to it, all that we're really saying is that this isn't the end of the world. This isn't the end of our journey. This is yet another beginning. We are making big changes, and this number is going to jump up very quickly, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm. And I would love to hear from any of you in the comments. Share about an adventure that started off rough, but you stuck with it. You did the things you were supposed to, and it paid off on time. Give each other some hope, y'all. It matters. Budget beats broke every time, and we are not broke. We budget.
And never forget that you deserve financial stability. And I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.